is a point I need to say, which is, it may appear necessarily sensitive, but it's good that I be very sincere with you as a public servant. The greatest danger and challenge we face as a country during this electoral cycle, more than ever before, is the phenomenon of voter bribery and the renting of crowds and so on. You know, there's a feature that is emerging in the country, and we have traced it across the country, where politicians are spending money to pay youths, move huge groups of people, ferry others at night, and so on. Sometimes I don't know whether people accurately estimate the dangers that are involved in this. When you move people from one part of the country to another part of the country, they're traveling at night. Some of them are traveling on matatus and so on and so forth, so that you can swell your numbers in a particular place. This phenomenon of renting crowds, you know, trying to posture for popularity, or what you may call pretended populism, is what is actually going to hurt us, as it were. In 3 of those incidents I outlined earlier, it was a case where groups of people who had been given money clashed. Because you see, if you come to my area and I have an opponent there, I will mobilize, and my opponent is also mobilizing for you. And if we are mobilizing in opposite directions and we don't have the opportunity to give our various groups a similar brief, they will fight. And then that's why I said earlier that police cannot be expected to mediate bribery contracts, because if I bribe people and you also bribe people, it's not upon the police now to figure out who was bribed how and who should behave how. That is the job of those who have bribed them and brought them. So the danger we face this year, and it's good that I say this very openly and sincerely to you as the committee in charge of security, what we have picked up that is going to be a danger in this year's campaign process and elections is voter bribery and the renting of groups of people, young groups of people and so on, who are being paid money, whether they are border ferried from one end to another end. That is going to become a problem. And if it doesn't stop as you move along towards the elections, because every group will be mobilizing and every group will be renting their own, you know, motorcycles and their own border people, the clashes will intensify. So it's upon us as leaders to decide how we are going to conduct ourselves, because all those things we are seeing, like what we saw in Western Gishu, it's indisputable. All those fellows who were arrested, they had money. Who would have, how can it be coincidental that you are carrying thousands of shillings broken in 50 shilling notes? You must have planned for it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, okay.